Hey guys, Trevor here with Ecommerce Paradise, and today I'm going to do some niche research using ChatGPT. If you're not aware of what ChatGPT is, it's basically an AI tool that can be used to find anything out that you want to find out, or do research, or help you, craft emails. You can do a lot of cool stuff with ChatGPT. It's free to sign up, and you can also pay for a premium edition of it. You can use ChatGPT 3.5, which is great for everyday tasks, or ChatGPT 4, which includes lots of other stuff. And since we're doing niche research on the internet, I'm going to use ChatGPT 4. So I'm going to ask it, please give me some of the best product categories for high ticket drop shipping. And I'm going to give it some of our filters as well, because we don't want to just sell anything. We want to sell things that are minimum $1,000, maximum $10,000. We want to sell things, no branded, no name brand merchandise. Looking for product categories that have products available. Let's say brands available that have or mid-tier. I don't know if they're going to understand this, but we'll see what it spits out, and we'll just kind of correct it as it goes. Oh, here we go. Totally understood it. So the thing with high-ticket dropshipping, we really don't want to target niches that only have really well-known manufacturers and brands, because those particular brands are very difficult to get for e-commerce sellers that don't have a physical storefront. The name brands are always going to want you to have a physical storefront of some sort to support the customers that buy the products. Okay, so the niches that you're looking at are going to need to have manufacturers that are maybe mid-tier manufacturers, what I kind of refer to them as, just less well-known. They're not like completely known around the world. Like, for instance, you walk into a Best Buy, look at the brands that they have, GE, Panasonic, these top name brands. Almost always they're going to require you to have a physical retail storefront or some sort of a showroom or warehouse. So us, as being work from home or remote working entrepreneurs, we want to be able to have product categories that, have manufacturers that will drop ship for us. They have their own fulfillment centers, and they have the ability, and they want e-commerce sellers to help them with marketing and customer service and payment processing. So it came up with some really good ones. So we have high-end home appliances, specialty furniture, outdoor and recreational equipment, home automation and security systems, fitness exercise equipment, musical instruments and equipment, luxury watches, jewelry, photography, videography, automotive parts, collectibles, and art. So right away, I can tell you a couple of them that aren't going to work for sure. And just to be careful with. Home automation security systems. Home automation is going to be one of those where it only has top name brands, and they're just going to need you to have some sort of a showroom. Security systems is one where actually it's going to be difficult to find any supplier that's going to drop ship for you. This is one of those niches where you're either going to have top name brands, or you're going to have direct to consumer brands. And what direct to consumer brands are is they're less well-known brands, but they don't dropship. They just sell direct to the consumer themselves. Okay, it's like a private label niche. So that's not really going to work. You might be able to find distributors that will sell the top name brand stuff, but then you're competing with brick and mortar stores and a lot of people, and it's just not as profitable. The margins aren't really there when you're dealing with a distributor. Same thing in the musical instrument niche. There are some less well-known brands. There are some very niche parts of this industry that may work, but they're going to have flaws. Musical instruments are well known for being very delicate, and so shipping damage might really be an issue. There are ways around that these days with shipping insurance and coverage and things like that, but still it's going to be a hassle. So I would recommend staying away from any niches where the products are really delicate. Outdoor and recreational equipment has niches that may work, like electric bikes, but they're very delicate. Camping, so be aware of the shipping damage issues there. Camping gear is another one where you only have usually like name brands, and the ones that are lower, less than name brands, are just going to be direct to consumer brands. Luxury watches, jewelry, this kind of stuff is usually just going to be name brand, like for luxury watches like Rolex and stuff like that. For jewelry, it's a lot of like top retail stores and a lot of like brand lists products, so generic products. And so, you might be able to find some distributors, but it's going to be lower margin and stuff like that. It's going to be more of a thing you'd want to do direct to consumer with. Photography, videography equipment is another one where mostly you're just going to have top name brands and or direct to consumer brands. And so it's going to be very difficult to do anything without a physical retail store. Automotive parts and accessories, there might be like sub niches within that would work, but for the most part, similar thing there. Collectibles and art, similar thing there as well, and also very delicate. So out of this list it gave me, right off the bat, I can see fitness and exercise equipment would work. There are quite a bit of products within the like fitness and wellness niche that do work. Outdoor and recreational equipment does have some categories that will work, but you have to dive deep into that. I would stay away from paddleboards just because they, generally speaking, are not that profitable and very expensive to ship. Not that you can't do them, it's just that it's very competitive and hard to make a profit with that. Electric bikes are definitely work, and I've done those in the past, but they're just very, very delicate. So it's high risk. It's a high risk niche where you can get a lot of chargebacks. And with risk comes, reward. Of course, there's good margins, generally speaking, but of course, there's a lot of risk. So the risk with high ticket dropshipping is that if you happen to get chargebacks and the customer does not return the product, then you will be out the amount that you sold it plus the $15 chargeback fee plus the amount that you paid the supplier for it, which could be thousands of dollars. So that's the risk. Now, there are ways to get around it these days. Like there's fraud protection, and also there's shipping protection insurance that you can sell, which definitely lowers your risk a little bit, which is good. So I would definitely recommend doing that if you jump into one of these high risk niches. But to be fair, high ticket dropshipping is high risk and high reward. Generally speaking, you're selling a product that's more expensive, you get more profit per order, but high risk because you're taking the payment and you're dealing with the product. So if there's any problems with the product, you have to be the one that refunds it. So it's high risk. Let's ask ChatGPT to give us some more. And then I'm also going to ask it to give me more specific categories as well after this. The only thing about ChatGPT 4 I don't really like is that it goes really slow, whereas ChatGPT 3.5 is really fast. As you can see, it's like takes forever to type this out. Okay, so high-end audio equipment. It's probably going to be a similar thing as like the photography niche. There might be some sub-niches within there. Outdoor kitchen grilling equipment definitely works. You got a lot of mid-tier stuff. Boating, marine accessories. You're going to have a lot of top name brand stuff, but also some mid-tiers and some distributors, but the margins are pretty low. So I would probably stay away from that. I've tried that in the past, but it doesn't really work that great. Lighting and fixtures. It could be profitable, and there's probably definitely some suppliers, but again, high risk because like chandeliers, for instance, anything lighting related is going to be prone to breaking in shipment. Bedding and bath products, mattresses, linen sets, spa-like bathroom accessory boutique brands. There's certain products that like they're not talking about here that would work, like certain types of beds, certain types of bathroom fixtures or bathroom appliances within this niche, but they're not showing it here. Gardening, landscaping. So in that niche, there's definitely some high-ticket products like sheds, garden beds, greenhouses, things like that you can sell. There's also indoor gardening. They're not talking about that here. Like grow lights and grow equipment. Specialty kitchenware. Yeah, there's definitely some suppliers here, but it's probably not worth doing a whole store to sell them. You'd probably want to make them like an accessory within a store that sells more expensive stuff. right, well, it's taken a while. I'm going to go ahead and do some research here. I'm going to research one of these niches, and then we're going to I'm going to make some more videos beyond this one, researching more niches and just getting more niche ideas. So again, ChatGPT is a good place to start for brainstorming. It'll give you some ideas, and then you can search. So the way I search is through Google Shopping. So if you just open up a new tab, you can type it in and go to Google and go to shopping. And what you want to look for is, I need to set my VPN and then go to a incognito browser. Okay, so now I put myself in the US. Alrighty. So let's see what sort of stores there are. So what I always do is I look down into the sellers first, and I try to see what stores there are, and I try to look for niche stores that are selling fitness and exercise equipment. And usually the store names are going to start with the niche and then have a branding word after it if it's a retailer. Usually a store that has like a name first and then the word after is going to have some sort of a physical location or be like a really old e-commerce retailer. See, they have a physical location. So let's just kind of break this down to just one of these keywords here. Exercise equipment first, and then we'll go from there. Major Fitness. Let's see what these guys are about. It's a manufacturer. That might be a good supplier to get. All right, let's go ahead and just look up one of the types of products within this niche. Might make it a little bit easier, like a treadmill. Okay, here we go. Maybe Ideal Home Gym. Okay, so the reason why I'm trying to find stores that are already selling this product is because, generally speaking, when I'm doing high-ticket dropshipping, I want to make sure that there are already stores selling those products that are dropshipping stores. So that's the first thing. And you just kind of have to look at a bunch of these stores. A lot of them are going to be physical retail stores. A lot of them are going to be big box stores. A lot of them are going to be brands. A lot of them are going to be third-party marketplace sellers. What I really want to find is I want to find a new and modern site, and usually it should be running Shopify and then a Shopify theme. So if you don't know Shopify, it's one of the top e-commerce platforms. You can get a free trial. The link is in the description, and you can kind of see how it works. It's really easy to use for beginners, and that's why people use it these days. There's also a lot of online courses, including my own, which promote the use of Shopify for this business model, and that's why I tend to look for stores because they're more modern, and that also means that the suppliers that they have are probably going to be suppliers that I can get to. Whereas the older e-commerce stores that are using like something else, maybe that, they started a long time ago, so their suppliers maybe won't start, with newer stores. All right, so the first thing I look for is it Shopify? In order to find that out, I just go to one of the, category pages, and I see if it says /collections. That's going to tell me if it's Shopify or not. If it says like category or just / something, then I know it's not Shopify, but /collection/ that's what Shopify uses for their stores basically. And I can just also tell by the look of it. The next thing I want to know is, do they have a physical retail location or not? So I'm going to look down in the footer of the website. If they have a physical retail location, they'll put it on the footer of their website. They have a location here, but I don't know if it's physical retail or not. So I can search on Google and find out if it's a virtual address, and usually it'll have like the first link will be like the company that does the virtual address if it is. So it is here, TKO Suites. That's a virtual space, vSpace landing. So they're using a virtual address for their business. So definitely that they are doing dropshipping, which is great. So that means all the brands that are on this website, I can probably get at least most of them on my own. There's a lot of other tools you can use to find out more about competitor sites like SEMrush, SimilarWeb. These types of SEO tools, you can find out how old the site is, how much traffic it's getting, what its competitors are, things like that. And I provide more in-depth niche research guides in my high-ticket dropshipping masterclass. The link is in the description below. But for now, let's just kind of take a look at what they're selling. So we have home gyms, strength training equipment, cardio equipment, wellness. We have saunas, massage chairs, vibration therapies, cold plunge tubs, float tanks, stretch machines, compression, oxygen therapy. And then we have water bikes, underwater treadmills, pool bikes, pool current systems, and pool lifts. So it's quite a few of things that, if you are a upper middle class person or just like a really like well-off person that has a big home, you can just outfit your home with all sorts of cool stuff and make it like a really nice home gym. This is a website where you can extract ideas, extract brands. All of these brands down here that they're listing are definitely brands that you could probably find online easily and get their contact information and get an account going with them because they do drop shipping, obviously. Now, that just because you set up a website doesn't mean they will for sure give you an account. Sometimes you have to try for a while, and they're not setting up new dealers that often, maybe like once a year or once a quarter, they'll set up new dealers, that kind of thing. So it just takes a while to get new suppliers. And if you want a actual call script and a breakdown of the emails that you can send them and how to get suppliers and what to say and things like that to secure accounts, definitely get into my high ticket dropshipping masterclass. I provide all that information in there. But it's really simple. All you have to do is first set up a Shopify store that looks professional and put some products on it. It can be products from a distributor. It can be products that you get from Amazon. It can be products, whatever, but they have to fit the niche, obviously. Just make it look similar and professional. And then once you have that website set up, we usually call those demo stores because you're not actually going to be selling those products you put on there. Then you can call the suppliers or email them and ask for a reseller account or a dealer account. And then once that's done, you just have to give them your business information, seller's permit, and then you can get an account with them and get going. And I provide breakdowns of all that and how to get started and how to get going in my high ticket dropshipping masterclass. Just go to ecommerceparadise.com and I'll show you right now. Now, first, you can get my free 99 niches list and mini course if you just click the link in the header. And then if you click on Masterclass, it'll take you to my online course platform. And you can sign up for the course there as well. So we have the free mini course here, have a niche research course here, and I have my masterclass. And the cool thing about the masterclass is that it goes really, really in depth into high ticket dropshipping. Everything you need to know to get started, business setup, niche selection, market research, deep niche research, business formation, business finance, Shopify for beginners, Shopify store setup, supplier recruiting, product uploading, supplier onboarding. We have, really, really good in-depth lessons on that. Conversion rate optimization, social media marketing, email marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads. So everything's included from starting to launching to scaling to selling your business and investing and traveling in one course. And the price of the course is a lot less than my competitors as well. And I put a lot more work into it. So I definitely think it's worth it. So if you're interested in getting started in high ticket dropshipping and building a site like this and making a income from home or while you travel, definitely get into my high ticket dropshipping masterclass and comment below and let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help. Thanks a lot. I'll see you out there.